Oh hi Tsupai, welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. Yes, it is me, in the flesh! I decided to do something different from now on in my videos, and that is to record myself on these videos. It might look a little bit corny, but yeah, this is the first video of mine that I'm using this new camera that I just got today. So, without further ado, last time we started the Emmy route, and we're going to continue on. Last time we left off, we were in the what was it? The track, and we caught up to Emmy. Oh hi! Oh, love those those eyes she has. Missy Bazaki. I don't know how I'm gonna. I forgot her voice. She imitates Misha, imitating Shizune, failing to get some kind of subdued lit into her high-pitched voice. How could I forget such a blood introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Great! I'll grab my stuff. I'm not sure if she realized I was joking. So the spy consultant that nurse was talking about, is that actually you? That's right. Oh, great. She's spying on me. Oh. I mean, how can you, be mad about that? I mean, look at that. Look, she looks great in the bloomers, you know? I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What are you saying? I don't look like I could be a spy? No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my everyday move. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kinda lost around the track. So, why are you down here? Emmy strikes a tyrannic pose. Training! For what? Track, dummy. Yeah, track. Ah, I see. So you're on the track team then. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the better runners too. And modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's a good exercise, you know. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know. It's true, I've never even really got that much into soccer. I mean, I ran around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not that's into the whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? What? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up. Oh no, you should always should warm up. Batty so. She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even, I don't even have to stretch my legs. Well, you don't have any. Oh wait, I can't say that. No, bad. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite inelastic. Sorry about the noise in the background. My dog seems to bark in the background, and my brother seems to be like an asshole. But that's my brother for you. I love him. But, let's go. Yay! So we both take off around the track. I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emily moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I found myself concentrating more on front running properly. Hands spread right. And something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I don't. I tried to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm really feeling up to more than a couple of laps today, and slow to walk pretty quickly. Okay. Oh, as I was about to say, it's like, is there any text coming? Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. And you just got overlapped, dude? Come on. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time you just have to hold out longer, and then longer, and longer, and eventually you'll be great. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcerningly. Nah, I got plenty of time. I know she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I gotta finish on my routine. See you later, Hisao. Yeah. See ya. Yeah, bye. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I'll admit I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And just like Emmy said, I just need to keep it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something like that. It's nice at least I feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I'll have to try to keep this up. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired of all the running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting into school before the morning rush. Tick tock, tick tock. After a long shower anyway, I dry myself off to get out to the stall and to put on my clothes. Oh wait, it's this guy. Don't worry, we've already seen this, so I'm just gonna basically skip. He has a leaf on his junk, so there's nothing wrong with that. But we're just going to skip. Seriously, if freaking junk is just laying there. But yeah, we're just gonna skip ahead because we're just repeating on that. I know I've already read the what is it? The track scene, so I just might as well read it again. Oh, great. We have the thing here. I had the guide here. Let me see if I could try to remember where am I supposed to go. You could already see like one of the top section has already been chosen. Let's see. Give only a break. We've already checked that. All right, so we're gonna go cut Lily some slack. So give Lily a break. So we're gonna check this off again, and we're going to skip ahead because we've already seen this. And it stopped here, so we're gonna stop for us. So this is new. I turn my back at them. I get back to my seat and shut my ears from the finale of the argument between Lily and Shizune. Eventually, Lily leaves her classroom and Shizune and Misha seat themselves without talking to me. I can feel Shizune's eyes burning into my back. She's probably angry at me, but I'm just as angry with her. I don't get why she had to drag me into the argument. Ugh. Hanako doesn't come into the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn my pages to my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do, despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic classing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though that they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do, so I stay for a while, reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with the crowding in the hallways. I noticed Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast that their hands make noises like swords cutting through his ears. Maybe there is pent-up anger in there. Misha's trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear that she can barely even manage to understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. Shizune designs to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit it out in warn form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters. And then on the top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, as she's about to faint. Lucky for her, the business is soon finished and the girls sit down on their seats again. Wah! I'm so tired! She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. I'll use the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit, without getting roped into the student council thing again, though I suspect the door is now closed for me. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in the school seem to be taking this festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune scoffs at me first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me, but in the end she starts singing without doing either. Misha perks up with looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well that it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it rigorously. Well, of course. We're in the student council, you know, so we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of our festival with all the strength. We should shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there would be no flaws. No, I think that was incorrect. Sorry if I mispronounced it. No, nothing that may make the festival short perfect. Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's acting are really oddly fitting at them. I apologize for that, me, that, voice I just made for the other one. My apologies. I don't, I don't know what to voice her. I mean, it's dun dun dun, like, or something. Oh, hello. What was that? Oh, it's Hanako. Uh, did we already seen this? Yeah, we did. Oh, yeah, they blah 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 blah. Let's skip over. Sorry for skipping over. I'm just trying to freaking speed through this damn thing like crazy. Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, we were working really hard to make the festival happen. And driving other people along the way. Whoops. Well, good luck with that. I stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me any more for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet, as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or at the festival preparations, or both. Shizune's words about being a slacker echo in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. For the festival, it's too late already, unless I count helping Shizune and Misha, which I naturally don't. And clubs? I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Halfway through the school building, halfway through the way it's from the school building to the dorms, I spot a figure in front of the dorms. It's Rin. It looks like she's working on her mirror today too. I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall she is painting with a brush held between her toes. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but it's only half done, as far as I can tell. More colors have appeared, and the twisted human-like figures have spread and increased in number. I have to say, the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art any measurable scale, but it's very nice looking nevertheless. I will clear my throat to get her attention, but not startle her so that her concentration will break. Wait, she doesn't even turn to check who it is. I'll wait. Dot dot dot. Damn, a lot of ellipses. 15 minutes later, I decided that her concentration is indeed unbroken. And also, I've waited long enough to warrant poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Rin turns her head mechanically to my direction, ending up staring at my crotch level. Oh, it's a cell. She can tell? I would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she looked at my face. An astute observation. Hard at work, I see. The conversation starts as I haven't been here for a quarter of an hour already. But it's not a concern. At least it starts. Looking good. It does. Like the layers of paint hiding over the layers of paint, mixing and shaping the human figures really create the impressive look. But Rin looks miffed. You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck. Sounds terrible. I guess I'll take it back then. Still looks good. I wonder if I'll get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Rin turns back to look at her paint and pokes it with a big toe. Did you mix some of this color? I'm running out of it. She looks down at the half-empty bowl with the remains of the same pink in it. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with this project, though. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. At least what help her, yeah. I look at Rin. She looks emptily back at me. Just this once. Rin picks up another brush and drenches it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of this scene, she could have been sitting there for hours. I wonder if she has. That would mean that she has been skipping school through. I, of course, wouldn't put behind someone like Rin. I pour a little bit of white red into the bowl, trying to match the color with the one already on the wall. Can't seem to get it right. It's really inconvenient for her to not mix enough in the first place. Getting it to be exactly the same tone would be impossible, but at least I can try to get it as close as I can. Speaking of hard work, isn't that a huge workload for you too? It's such a big painting and all. Oh, I'm not old and bitter enough to think like that. I guess you aren't. You guessed right. Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs. Slugs made of sea slugs. Because of that position? Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position more. Oh. She doesn't like to do, she likes to do it horizontal, she says. If you know what I'm talking about. But I can't be helped. I can't ask the wall to lay it down. Same as she stretches herself a little, bending her legs back and forth more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she manages her body around. There's a small flinch of her in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain, maybe as she stretches out her calves. Rin must have stamina and dexterity far and above a normal person to be able to live like she does, but she's wearing out working like this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break or it's something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. This gives her a pause. A long one too, feeling like a mental yawn. I don't think so, Isao. I'm not pushing myself. Sure looks like you are. No, it's not about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. There is this boy. A boy? Yes. Where? At the art club. And he is blind. Oh, how can you paint if you're blind? No idea. So why is he here? That's the point. He is there. She really should speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion and less like an interrogation. He can't really do anything unless that you call art, right? But he comes there anyway and paints. Why? I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. That's why I asked. So? He doesn't paint often, but I think his paintings are very interesting. I'm sure they are. I once tried that, painting with eyes closed. Wasn't too interesting, and cleaning up the floor took ages. Didn't try again. But he is becoming better at sculpting. I see. Maybe she was trying to make a point with this. Maybe she forgot she had one. Seems like the art club is full of interesting people. Not really. Pretty blunt statement. She totally missed the sarcasm. Nope. Just like I said, they're not very interesting, and I usually don't have much interest in people who are not interesting. Maybe you have. Maybe. But that boy is interesting. Maybe I'm like that boy. Or maybe you are. Maybe everyone is. Doing things you can't do. Just because you can. That's pretty deep, I think. I tell that to her. Yeah, you're a deep one. Depending on what you mean by that. It's very deep. No, sorry. Nah, I am a really shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know that I could only think of four things at the same time? No, but now I do. Right now, I'm thinking of the second floor's girls' toilet ice cream flavored ice cream, the middle toe, and a haircut. Thinking of the second floor girls' toilet, an ice cream flavored ice cream, the middle toe, and a haircut. Wow, that's four things. I thought it was a second floor girls' toilet ice cream flavored ice cream. I wonder what that tastes like. Probably chocolate and chocolate shit. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm going to need a haircut. She shakes her head. She shakes her head around vigorously, letting the short, messy hair ruffle wildly around. I can see that doing that. I can see that doing it's something like she likes to do. Sorry, I had to stretch it out. We fall silent as Rin trends around absentmindedly, poking some brushes around. The thought about the art club sticks in my head for a while longer. I feel like I'm treading on very unknown territory with art. The way these meetings with Ringo, it's as though as I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking with her. It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion her for being herself causes, and I don't dislike art either. I even draw for fun sometimes. I just don't have a real creative drive or any technical skill. So usually, if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome. I get a white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. Like, uh, it's like the episode of SpongeBob. He's stuck with the word "the," and then you got nothing. Um, that or I manage to draw something disfigured or promptly get frustrated at my inability to put the picture in my head down on the paper and call it quits without really even trying to make an effort. Rin clearly doesn't have this problem, but she frustrates me in being in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything. It makes one question the sanity of the act. Rin sits down on her box, swaying from side to side, apparently comfortable with the uncomfortable silence. She is staring at me again, or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused. I'm thinking of leaving so she can carry on working undistracted and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. It's not like I have anything that must be done today. Oh, shoot. Who? Nobody. I just forgot to tell Hanako and Lily that Lily was looking for her. Do you know her from my class? Oh, her? The mystery toilet girl? That person is funny. I saw her going to the toilet 5 times during one recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's a world record. It was very mysterious. Is that why you call her Mystery Toilet Girl? What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an internal mystery. I didn't follow her in there. Maybe it was the week before that. Could have been. Looking at her makes me hungry. Don't say that. You want to devour her? Jeez. At least not around her. Rin turns to me, look at me blankly, as if she's not sure why I reprovoked her. Sorry if I mispronounced her. But she doesn't acknowledge the understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So, do you want to go to eat dinner then? No, not yet. Rin has turned her hungry gaze back into the wall, looking slightly more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic as she did before. As if the wall is an opponent that she has to vanquish, something that she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner. This is the feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me and makes me smile a little to myself. For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all. I'll be going anyway. Have fun. Rin has already grasped a brush and is dipping into fresh paint. So of course she can't hear me anymore or doesn't answer anything even if she does. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice into the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake me up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all bad. And next, transition, and we're about 25 minutes in, about to go to 26, and we're going to cut it short here as the alarm goes off. Yay. Anyways, well, how about that? We're going to continue on with Emmy. Hopefully, we can interact with her more and anything different. But until then, guys, I'll see you guys next time.